Helene, you have to look at your camera and say, we hope you enjoy this conversation. Thank you for your time and welcome to your Ad Libitum podcast.
Too much.
So you start?
Hello everyone, we are Nikita Zimin and Mariano García, and we are going to be talking a little about teaching career.
I'm totally agree. I hope you will enjoy our nice conversation. Was it good?
Hello everyone, we are
Nikita Zimin
and Mariano García, and we are going to be talking about teaching career.
Please join our conversation and wish you good.
Thank you and welcome to your Ad Libitum
Podcast. Teaching career, what is teaching career? I think, okay. I've been...
Is it priority for you because your life is a performer, great saxophonist, good teacher? I don't know, maybe you conduct or you compose or...
No.
Which part of your musician life is this part of?
Finally, the most important part of the career, musical career, finally I find is teaching is pedagogy. Of course, I like playing, but the most time, like a week, a month, is dedicated to pedagogy. I started teaching in that kind of more or less like degree, like bachelor degree or master degree, in 2009. So it's now, yes, a few years, and I feel that I have. I don't know what you think about it, but that I have improved in the skills of pedagogy because I don't know, how old are you?
I'm around 36.
Yes, around 36. So it was that time.
Is it polite if I ask how old are you?
Yes, it is 39. Okay. No, it's 47, and I started that when I was 33. So it's just because I remember a little, and it was with in my case because it's a completely different system. Maybe it's nice that we can talk a little about the system, that how many hours you have or how many students, because in Spain everything is like quite scheduled. So if you want to do, for example, if you want to do more. Maybe you have to do it a little by yourself or alone, like a little out of the system.
You mean like private lessons?
Not exactly in the conservatory, but it's like you cannot put that in the schedule of the timing that you are working. Looks like you are just having fun or having some free time there. So, but I realized that is that just with 1 hour and 15 minutes, or sometimes with 1 hour and a half, it was not all the things that I wanted to work. I started with a lot of passion. I think that I still have a passion about it. I like to help young people, and but there is a lot of things that I would like to do, like having maybe more lessons or having a pianist with me all the lessons, and that is not possible. That doesn't exist. And finally is. I think it's important to establish what is most difficult for me is to establish a connection with the student. But that is the difficult part as well.
What means connection? You mean psychology or what kind of connection? Your influence to students or
a kind of
find the key?
Yeah, find the key, and but also having a good relationship. That at the beginning it was a little difficult to me because I was younger, so the age was now is much easier to me. But I like that when it's established that feeling of respect because of the career and because they trust on you, but it's also a kind of let's say, friendly in a way.
Yeah.
It's not like the old times, like where the teacher is like, okay, and you have to be like that.
That's a good thing which I study in Europe, because in Russia, assistant professor is very far.
Ah, really?
Yeah, very far from who use a good costume and etc. So professor is professor.
Yeah.
But when I came to Paris, to CNSM, I just one friend of mine showed me, do you know this guy with a sac à dos? Looks very simple with some cigarette here, and he just told me this like a first clarinet of principal orchestra. Wow! I said, but why he looks like he take jeans and wow, so simple. So it means that not only walls of the building make your like priority of be best professor, but people mostly come. I don't know how in Europe or somewhere else to personality.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a difficult thing for because sometimes there is a big history of some conservatory, and people go to the walls, you know. And sometimes people go not to very famous, but they want to be in the class of exactly this professor, this teacher. So it's also a question: who is stronger, conservatory or personality?
Personality.
Yeah.
In my
That's the
case,
question.
in my case, in my experience, because in Spain we don't have that kind of buildings like CNSM or Julia or that kind of things. We don't have or Moscow. I'm sure is like also like a very big building. So in my experience, at least it's like people is looking like for the teacher, for the personality, or for the way of working, maybe.
Yeah, because when you want to find a job, they don't ask you diploma. They just look what you can do, who you are.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, well, maybe that.
I think we are just losers because we work not on the principal conservatories. That's why we want to find a way. Yeah. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. But in your case, that with your students, I can see that there is a very nice connection. You also play with them in very nice projects, and that's a thing that I really like.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Yes.
And what do you think that you can make a kind of an influence to your students by the way that you behave, by the way that you play, by the way that you are with them?
I think first of all, in our open world, they can observe and look how people play. So I think it is one of the most important influence who you are as a musician, as a performer, as a soloist, because our profession, I mean in Moscow, I want to make not professors, not teachers. I want to make real musicians, not real musicians, but performers first of all. And after they decide. So I try to share my stage experience. Yeah. So I'm actual musician, so I give some concerts. So I think it is the most important thing to get influence while playing and to be active. To be on the stage, because our profession is not only theory. Yeah. In theory, we can be smart, we can say something good things, but how can they believe if you cannot show? Sometimes it is problem when students are really strong. Yeah. They play really well. They have already their own career with some kind of foundation. There are a lot of foundation in Russia who support to young musician, so they already have a feeling of performer, and my goal is to make them understand to be a performer, not to come on the stage with the mentality of student. Because I explain always, it doesn't matter who is on the audience, kings, president, now they come to listen to you, and you should share, you should give. Don't make reference to someone. So they should be proud of themselves. Sometimes some of them exaggerate a bit, but I try to to control this kind of too much ambitions. But I think it's a good thing because you should give motivation for them. Yeah.
I think that you have a lot of. I mean, you. I refer like to your students, of course, because they are great and they are winning a lot of competitions. Then maybe they have a lot of opportunities for performing, for real performing. They're like really like concerts paid or solos with orchestra.
Yes.
There is a pity that, for example, I don't know, in other countries in Europe, I think that doesn't exist. Here, maybe you can just do competitions. I mean, in Spain, and try to organize a concert by your own, but there is not that kind of a foundation behind you. Maybe just for a scholarship for students, but not for forming a real career. And that's very, very interesting.
Yes.
I think it should be like that.
Yes, because we play saxophone. A lot of agents, they don't want wind instrument.
Yeah,
they prefer violin or the piano, but okay, if we understand this system, we accept it, first of all.
Yeah,
we should not resist.
I really wanted to ask you this question a long time ago, because I still have sometimes that kind of for the big halls, trying to access to the big halls and try to do what I most do is chamber music with piano with Daniana, and it's like quite a classical style in a way. So when they see it's a saxophone, still they think about that
jazz.
kind of a jazzy
pop,
or pop, but I can see that maybe saxophone maybe start a little later in Russia than here, of course, but on the other way there's a lot of opportunities, or maybe you know better how to look for those opportunities. I mean, for performing with orchestras or for doing a lot of concerts. Now looks like their saxophone is something important, like other instrument.
Yes. So what can I say? I think it depends of personality. Foundation also they are motivated and they want to find some bright musicians. We have a lot of like TV programs, TV competitions, really on a good level, on the international level. And from the early beginning, some of my students, they start career of musician. Some of them are really like prodigy. And for me as a professor, I am a little bit afraid that they can disappear because it happens sometimes when you are shining. You start very early. After your career go down and very fast, and in few years nobody remember you. It happens, and I try to keep it. I try to explain them that and to show the example. You see this guy, we don't know where he is now. So my goal is to make them independent as early as possible. Because few years ago I just explained that one day you will stay alone.
That's the most difficult part.
Nobody will help you. I remember myself when I come to some competition, maybe didn't pass some second, third round, doesn't matter. Ask commentaries of the jury. They ask me, how old are you? I said, like, 25. Oh, you are so young, you have a big future. One day they will stop saying these kind of kind words, and they already know it. So they should think. Of course, they ask question, what we can do. I said, look at me, what I'm doing now. Maybe I'm not good example. Look at others. What are they doing now? Do you want this kind of life? No. Stop saxophone. Or continue, make something new. Because we have examples. A lot of international saxophone, classical saxophone stars, which are going from one to another festivals, congress. We can see what they are doing. Someone start composing, someone start conducting, someone, for example, me now, I'm studying chamber music. we create a quartet in Moscow with my students. So it's kind of new thing for me.
I really
Refreshing a bit my career. My solo ambition goes down a bit. So
I have to say that is amazing, that quartet and the music that I have listened to. So congratulations, and it's a very nice thing really to do for playing
and
music.
they join. So this kind of I don't know how to say young generation, and we are a bit older with my friend who is the same age as me. And two of my students, Anastasia and Dmitry, they're a couple. So we'll see what will happen.
Okay,
It's a nice
so,
thing.
yes. So I understand that it's a very important part that you spend time really talking, but not just teaching. Because how much time do you have with your students?
No, we
How
have
much? More or less.
officially we have 2 lessons per week, and that's it. Sometimes we go somewhere to play
Two
soccer.
lessons, one hour maybe.
I'm so lucky. We don't count.
Oh.
Of course, we have a system, but we don't count. I think it's just a secret, not for my director of conservatory. 40% of our lessons we play table tennis.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
on our 4th floor, we play table tennis, and my students, they know that I love to play, and they make manipulation of me. Nikita, maybe we can go to have a lesson. I say, one more, please. Okay, and they also try to
do that.
to conduct me to continue giving lessons. So we are friendly.
Yeah,
Of
but
course, we
that
have
is very
some
nice.
kind of the distance, but we are really friendly, and we go sometimes for the picnic and play
I
some
think
games.
that's
So
important, and that is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
that's what I study in Europe.
Hmm.
Yes, with my colleagues
So when
who
you
became my friends.
So when you were a student in
Yeah.
Russia, of course, it was not like that. It was quite
Yes,
serious.
big distance between professor and students. So
And you had already, when you were a student in Russia, that 2 lessons a week. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it is good system.
Yeah,
Good system.
for
Yeah.
sure.
In Europe, in Spain, actually, you have 1 lesson per week.
One lesson a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if you want to really
Yeah.
make an influence, sometimes I feel like it's not enough.
And
It's
you
not
should count time precisely. Yeah.
enough. The institution
No?
count time, and,
Yeah.
and you have to try to organize. But in my experience, I always try to give more.
Hmm.
Yes.
Good.
But it's not. I would like to spend more time. For example, for preparing a big thing like here or dinner, you need more time. You need more time.
Yeah. I come more often if I need.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter. I don't count. So, and I'm so lucky that I can, of course, students should pass entrance exam, but as I am giving master class in Russia, I travel quite a lot. I can find some good students from different cities and say that, okay, if you continue like that, I will take you to Moscow in a couple of years, for example.
Wow, that's great.
And I try to explain my colleagues, my professors, that you should leave free your student. Yes, it's could be hard because Moscow take every time good students. They're unlucky, of course, but I always try to explain them, because I'm also a passing person. After 4 years with me, they allow to go. It sounds not very patriotical, but they should go to Europe. They should study other culture, other language, and other style of teaching, even if they don't want. Even if I am better. Yes, I'm joking. But you should study.
No, but it's nice because they are very young, and for the flexibility, thinking flexibility, you are right. I agree with you.
Also, I try to explain them. Sometimes they can see, I want to be honest, they can see some teacher playing on the concert. He could be quite old, and they can say, that, I don't want, he make mistakes, he's not enough power. But I say, look, he's he's like around 70 years old, but he's still on the stage. You should make a good filter to take good things of him. Don't take bad things. Never believe 100% to your professor, to me, to others, but try to make selection of best things. But young ambitions say, I know he's not good. Never say like that, because I was like that also. Very like primitive kind of thinking, but a lot of ambition.
But
it is
you are
good,
young,
but
you are fighting.
for this kind of thing, professors should be near to explain, and they start I hope, be more polite.
No, but I think I can understand that your students are really, really lucky that you are sharing all this information that you didn't have when you were young.
But I also understand that it could be like a lucky period of my teaching career. It could be finished. Now I have really, really good students for this, I can say, 6-7 years. So it's fantastic students. They have already international career. And I'm so proud of them, really, honestly. But it could stop, because not on everything depends of teacher.
Of course. I understand. But
so I cannot say that I'm ready for this, but I try to work, so I try to travel and to observe and hunting good students. So,
I remember when you told me about sometimes very, very little, like 12, 13 years old, that they were playing really crazy things. And that's very nice that you can have an eye to those childs, and maybe in few years. So you are going to continue for sure.
We'll see. We shall see. Qui vivra verra. Yes. Yeah, but now I think school growing up very fast. When I was young and beautiful, on my age.
Let's see when you were young.
When I come to high school, to conservatory, you should change embouchure and you should study basic things. But now it has been changed. Some students 12 or 7 years old, they already can play circular breathing and like kind of contemporary techniques, like slap tone. So it's like violinist. Violinist in Russia, they have a technique on 12 years old to play kind of Tchaikovsky concerto. Maybe they are not ready mentally, but physically
they can do it.
They can do it. The same thing start happening with our instrument.
The first time in the history of our instrument. And just a few years ago, I thought I was completely sure that it was not possible because of the development of the physical strength and or breathing. But I'm starting to see a few things, especially in some those very, very young Russian.
And they start with soprano sax. They have a small period of time when their teeth go. So they start before with, I don't know how to say, milky teeth. They start before, after they try to adapt for a couple of years, playing without, and teachers try to create special embouchure, and after they continue with soprano and turn to alto.
So sometimes they are starting with 3-4 years.
3-4 years. So it's fun. It's crazy.
I think that's the key. Maybe that's the difference. For example, in Europe, I think no one is starting before 7 years.
I started 11. And at what age did you start?
17.
17.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was really late.
Wow. And you studied music before? Or?
No, just 1 year. It was like, but the point, I just studied 1 year when I was between 8 and 9. My parents, go to a little school, sent me to a little school. So I was 1 year for doing a little solfeggio, the beginning of piano and clarinet. But for me, it was really boring. I just want to play soccer, to play football. And then I started, but then in 17, it was like, it was directly an obsession. I think it's
But-
called like an epiphany, something like that.
Maybe it's not maybe you have an example of this kind of way. Some people start very early, and after at 17 years old, they hate music.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And you start learning music on a professional way. You had a clear ideas what you want in your life, maybe.
Yeah.
And it is another way, and we can see the result sitting with here 2
But
meters from me.
But
Yeah.
it's true. For me, the big difference is that as I started late, and I felt that it was too late, and everyone
Better later than never, yeah.
Yes, were telling me, it's too late for you. It's too late for you. So I was really pushing. I was putting all my energy on that. But I didn't know that you started with 11 or 12. It's
Yeah,
also
but
a
I
little
studied the
late.
piano
Okay.
and I make a lot of things like dancing, some kind of sports, and so I knew solfege and
Okay.
some primitive harmony. So and my fingers were moving. So 11, so it was okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I think some, of course, in Russia we have a system. Young students start with a flute à bec.
Yes.
Yes, and
The recorder.
a recorder. Yes, I think it is not good. I think better to start with the piano. Maybe I'm wrong, because when you play couple of years with the flute à bec, you study how not to breathe because you have no resistance.
Yeah.
And when you take real instrument, I can say, yes, they already have a bad habit not to blow.
Yeah, it's true. Huh?
Yeah, sometimes, of course, it depends of teacher and talent of student, but sometimes it could be not a good thing. Yeah, but it depends. It depends. It's every time it's very individually. And what do you think about the success of student? What is a secret for your opinion?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
I have had a few students with that kind of success or career. So I think like the key is finally is passion and a real interest and also a kind of a humble spirit to so that makes you still continue try to learn, not just maybe the technical stuff, but to learn about the culture, the art, what you are doing, what you want to share, and just maybe the word for me is passion. Like when they are out of the system, I have had few really very very nice students that when they have finished, okay, in usually in Spain and Europe, you finish, okay, you try to need to look for a job. Usually it's a teaching job because there are no possibilities of other thing, and if they don't succeed quite early, they can happen what you were saying before.
Yeah.
But those ones who still keep the passion and the will and the happiness of practicing and looking for things. So maybe it's that. When you are down and you have a teacher, I think it's very easy. But the key is afterwards, when you finish, when you are alone, as you were saying before. That's difficult.
I agree with you. But also, I have some examples that students are super motivated, very passionate, but they have no success. So for me, I just made a conclusion for myself that success is a talent. You are born like that. Maybe it sounds not so good, but and talent is a complex of situation. Like your education when you start with your parents, your teacher, your, I don't know, if you're a pianist, for example, you should have better to have long fingers, so like physical kind of things. And motivation and passion, it is also like part of talent. And also parents should find a good teacher, good place. Some professor is very famous and great, but maybe for this period better to go somewhere else. They should be sensitive and they should understand their children. So it is a complex of a lot of situation which can be together on the moment. So it's that is a lucky thing, kind of lucky also.
Yeah.
But only patient. Sometimes, unfortunately, life is like that. Life is not sometimes.
No, of course, it's not just passion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think maybe the key is passion, but when you also have
One
talent.
of yeah. So talent is most important thing. We cannot do anything. For example, on one classmate, one of them practiced too much. Another girl or boy practiced not enough, and they go to exam, and one have like 100 points who didn't practice, and another say, why it's not honest. Life is so bad, and why?
Yeah, but it's life. It's
like that. Yes. So no rules in life.
Yeah.
Yes. And we should understand.
How would you define talent when you're a child? That ability of going really fast with the knowledge, or just with the less time of practicing, like achieving the best results?
I don't know.
I think for me it's something like that.
I think parents should be and teachers should be sensitive. Sometimes they should not push too much. Sometimes they should push a lot.
Yeah.
It depends. If someone is fragile, you cannot push. You can destroy a personality. Yeah. And it is a talent of professor.
Yeah, I think.
Like kind of psychology. So you should really be sensitive and
that is really
understand.
What I think that I have improved in
System
all these years.
is good, but system should be very like kind of individuality. Yeah, individual. Yeah. So and we are. I cannot say that we change future of our students, but I'm so happy that we can
in a way,
give a good direction. We can show the door. Go there, we'll be like that. Go there, we'll go down. So up to you, your choice.
No, your choice.
Bye bye from my class. Good luck. And if you will come back, and maybe sometimes invite me some festival you organized. I am very helpful. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I find that it's a really full-time. It's really a full-time job, not as a contract, but as a thinking.
Yeah.
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 Very nice, guys.
So, second one.
No, so that was just a trial. Let's start.